Alright, what's up guys? So, Courtroom has uploaded a video titled 5 Craziest Convict Reactions to a Life Sentence. I think anybody is gonna have unless like you don't care anymore about life, then I feel like yeah, if they give you life, then you're gonna probably just be like, oh okay, I guess like I know I did the crimes and just gonna have to, yeah, do the time for it and stuff. So, but I feel like any other average person, like if there's that like side of you that you never wanted to go to prison and then you did some things that led you going to prison. And I'm saying like there's so many different from like movies to real life situations where it's like, bruh, you're gonna have a reaction if you get sentenced to life in prison. So anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and check out this video. Guys, if you haven't, make sure you go subscribe to Courtroom for more videos like this, but let's go ahead and check this video out.
This is Jaleel Smith Riley in a Cincinnati, Ohio courtroom, who police say confessed to a robbery killing a 20-year-old woman and seriously wounding her boyfriend. Portia Brooks was in her car with her boyfriend Aaron Martin when Smith Riley came up to her car with two others looking to rob them. When Smith Riley found out Martin didn't have any cash, he was shot in the head, leaving him with permanent brain damage. Smith Riley then shot at Brooks, which killed her.
It's like, fam, it's like, if you say, it's stuff like that I never understood. You don't have money, so that's why you're out robbing people. So how are you going to get mad at somebody for not having money when you're in the same position as them? It's stuff like that I don't get. It's like, fam, we're both broke, all right? Instead of doing this, I'm like, how about we go home and look for some jobs or something to be able to like make some. But I just think that there's so many different like options and ways. It's like, I know that this can't just be the only thing for you. It's like, you may think that that's the only thing that you can do, but it's like, fam, like in order to not end up in videos like this, it's like, bro, you got to do things the right way. I'm not saying like rob people the right way, but just overall, just do something that's not going to land you in prison. Do something that's not going to, fam, be a content creator, be a stripper, be a porn star. I don't care what it is. You ain't going to get no life sentence over that. You're going to get a life sentence doing things like this. So I'm saying it's like if it gets to a point where you are in a struggling situation and those are your only jobs, take those jobs, but don't do stuff like this.
Days later.
Lord. Go back away. This is what I come up with.
This is somebody that feels genuine remorse. This is somebody that thinks about this every day, and he knows that he can't go back in time and undo what he did.
Now, Portia Brooks' mother delivers a victim impact statement.
But he killed me mentally, emotionally. He killed my identity as a mother of 3, as a family of 4.
This is now Brooks' sister speaking.
I have to deal with life without Portia, so he should deal with life without parole.
This is moments right before Jaleel Smith Riley gets the news that he will never be allowed to return home again.
Defendant served a term of life without parole.
Dang.
He has to count for the offense of attempted murder.
It's messed up. Like, it's a messed up situation, but like, fam, you just took somebody's life due to the fact of them like being in the same position as you. Like, honestly, how would that, like, people, I don't think people sit down and think of stuff like that, but it's like, how would you feel if somebody was to do that to somebody that you cared for, somebody that, you're gonna be angry about stuff like that. So it's like, they gotta spend their whole life, this was their best friend, this was their sister, this was their, like, just that person that brought them joy and love, and they're not here no more. And I'm saying it's like, it's stuff like that where it's like this girl had her whole life ahead of her and things, and you take it away because like she or her boyfriend didn't have money. It's like, well, fam, it's like if it was just at that point in time where they don't have money, that doesn't give you a reason to come back. Oh, let me come back next week and rob them. No, they are broke. They got money tied into their day-to-day lives and things. So it's just like stuff like that is crazy to me. Like, I struggle or get a job where it's like, okay, I know I'm not gonna feel good about doing this job, but at least it's not gonna land me in prison and stuff. But I'm gonna try to figure out something. But anyways,
this is Diana Lovejoy. She used to be married to Greg Mulvihill living in Carlsbad, California, but soon their marriage fell apart and they divorced. After a messy divorce and lots of legal trouble, it ended with the court ordering Diana to pay $120,000 to Greg for his stake in their family house. The court also ordered that she must share custody of their son. Diana became furious about hearing the court orders, so she planned to kill her ex-husband by teaming up with her boyfriend, Weldon McDavid. Greg was shot in the torso, but luckily the bullet didn't hit his heart, and he survived. Both McDavid and Diana conspired to murder, and the court has sufficient evidence against them.
It's so painful that some people in this world seem to think that I would have it in me to do this.
Interestingly, she fainted in court. She lowered her head down.
I like, fam, what? Hold on, time out. I'm like, no, let's go back on this one. The man is still alive. I would imagine it's like, yeah, but like maybe if he wasn't here, then you probably could like somewhat get away with it. But like he's alive. He knows what happened. He's seen the whole thing transpire. So it's things like that where it's like, don't blame people, blame yourself. It's like, yeah.
Toward the defense table for
It's
a few
wild.
seconds.
Verdict. We, the jury, find the defendant, Diana Jean Lovejoy, guilty of the crime of attempted murder of Greg Mulvihill.
And right when you hear guilty, you hear a thud.
Guilty of the crime of
Dang.
conspiracy to commit murder.
It silenced the courtroom, aside from hearing her family cry in the background.
Wow.
She then is brought onto the floor.
Wow, that's crazy.
And when medics bring her out, she still appears to be passed out. But doctors later found out she had only fainted. Weldon McDavid received 50 years to life in prison because he was the one that pulled the trigger. And Diana was sentenced to 26 years to life in prison. This is Seth Wells.
So like when they, cause like that's one thing when they say like 26 years to life. So like, is it after? I think it's like after those 26 years. I don't know, cause I'm like I watch court shows, but I don't be like really paying attention too much. I just be seeing when they actually be going down. But like, it's usually after those 26 years, then that's when you're like, you're eligible for parole or something, and it's like, but it's either gonna it's gonna be up to the court to like whether they deny it or approve it and stuff. So, but anyways,
a religious farming couple living in Cedar Springs, Michigan, and they are charged with murder of their 10-month-old girl, Mary Welch. Reportedly, they told police they noticed the baby was skinny and underweight, but did not seek medical attention because of their religious beliefs and mistrust of medicine and the government. This is the 911 call of the father when he reportedly found his child dead.
How long ago did you find this child? It's about an hour and a half. I was waiting. I called my lawyer first thing to ask, what's the next.
it's like you don't believe in like medical treatment, but you believe in lawyers. I just feel like that, like, fam, you're not living in the caveman times, and it's like it ain't gonna be selective caveman times, like where it's like, oh, we don't believe in medical treatment, but hey, a lawyer, I feel like that's a fine thing to have. It's like, fam, if we're talking on the life of a 10-month-old, what am I saying? A 10-month-old child. Yeah, like, fam, I think you should obviously know the obvious factor of like what you should be paying attention to the most in things. Not your lawyer, but your child. So.
So you found the child an hour and a half ago? Yeah. And called your lawyer first, correct? Yeah. Okay.
Just hear that correctly.
When was the last time you had contact with the child? Last night, yesterday afternoon, about 3 p.m.
Wow.
She goes to bed, and,
He just sound like he don't care.
Okay, so you put her to bed yesterday at 3 p.m.? Yeah, and then this morning at like 10. So you're saying it is normal for your children to sleep from around 3 p.m. till 10 a.m.?
Yeah, that's not normal.
Usually about 9:30, yeah. And you said when you found her, she was already believed to be deceased, right? Yes. And that's when you consulted with a lawyer? Yep.
Even the dispatcher is all like, am I hearing this correctly? Like, how does one think that that's normal. Like, wow.
Soon after, the autopsy revealed that the cause of death was malnutrition and dehydration due to neglect by the adult caregivers. And this is the moment they realize they will be spending the rest of their life behind bars.
That you're both charged with what they call felony murder, while in the perpetration or attempted perpetration.
It's like shaking his head. I like it wasn't felony murder. It's like, okay, it's like, no, it's their beliefs. It's their religious beliefs. It's, you know, they don't believe in medical treatment. I'm like, fam, like, look, I understand that's like how people are raised, and I understand that that's like what you're taught to do, but I just feel like it gets to a point where it's like, fam, you have a choice. Protect your child, see your child live on to be somebody great, or this. I'm saying it should be like an obvious like answer and stuff, but it's just wild, man.
Use in the first degree, they're alleging that you murdered one Mary Welch. That is a charge called homicide felony murder. It is life without parole. It requires a DNA sample to be taken upon
He's so
arrest,
shocked, and it's all like, well, fam, what do you expect?
Cotton swab or in the inside of your cheek. The second offense that you're both charged with is called child abuse in the first degree, where they're alleging you knowingly or intentionally caused serious physical harm to a child. They're talking about this Mary Welch. It is a felony, possible penalty of up to life imprisonment, or any term of years less than life.
This is Ryan Stone, a Colorado man that went on a crime spree that spanned 5 counties and was broadcasted live by a news station's helicopter. Stone was convicted of carjacking 3 vehicles, including one with a 4-year-old inside the SUV.
Wow.
Authorities said when Stone sped away, he led police on a chase at speed.
It's like, them cars should not. That's like one thing I feel like a civilian, whoever, it's like, do not swerve out in front of that person trying to be a hero, because you are endangering your life, other people's life. There are so many things that could go wrong with that situation. So
if we rewind here, you can just barely see a vehicle that Stone was driving, clipping a trooper with the Colorado State Patrol as he was trying to play slapsticks. He ended up with serious injuries. You see Stone pull out another victim from their vehicle and drive off. He heads right into a busy intersection. And now, the chase is on foot.
That's crazy.
He off the road into a parking lot, running in between 2 buildings. As he slips on the ice, he loses his jacket. Now there's just a fence in his way, but nope, it's too high. Cops now close in, and he finally surrenders. Stone is now in the county jail, but he believes he should be getting paid for his internet fame while bragging to his friends about the high-speed chase.
Hey, did you know I made the news in the UK and Australia?
What?
Yeah, we get paid by YouTube. So, Channel 7 News, I believe, is going to be the one that gets paid.
I don't think, fam, I just want to say this real quick, all right? Now, there was at one point in time when YouTube they were giving me guideline strikes after guideline strikes, but I remember they gave me a guideline strike for reacting to a parkour fails video. All right, what I'm doing right now, but instead of this 5 craziest convict reactions to a life sentence, I was reacting to like a parkour fails video from like 2015, whenever. All right, they gave me a guideline strike for that. So I'm just gonna say this. All right, if I'm like, I see it on TikTok where there'll be prisoners in there and they just be having the most lavish life of all times, but well, maybe not lavish, but it just seems like that they doing good for themselves. I just think with YouTube, it's like, it's different. I don't think they're going to condone, or you're going to be like invited to a YouTube rewind after what you just did. Obviously, if he's in this video, he got life, but yeah, I don't think that's going to slide. I think at some point, YouTube, they're going to be like, nah, bro, your channel, forget a guideline strike. We just going to ban the whole channel and stuff. It's like, what are you going to use, like, the state prison's Gmail account? That's like, bro, it ain't going to work like that, man.
Well, I'm going to contact Channel 7 News. I want to get paid. You guys are
That's crazy.
My name and my video footage.
But it's like, yeah, you're
to address the court about the recordings in jail.
So you're a convict.
Stone blames it on emotional stress and the use of drugs.
We are going through trial after that. It was a week and a half trial. Extremely stressful. One of the phone calls about seeming like I was bragging about making international news, this, that, and the other. That was within the first week of being arrested. Still coming off of drugs.
Stone was convicted of 18 charges, including attempted manslaughter, child abuse, and assault. Then the judge sentenced him to 160 years.
That's life. That is life.
This is Esteban Carpio. The police were questioning him for the stabbing of an 85-year-old woman in Rhode Island. In the interview room was Carpio and 2 detectives. One of the detectives left the room to get water for Carpio, leaving just him and Detective Sergeant James Allen in the room. Carpio grabbed Allen's gun and then shot him twice, killing him. He then jumped out of a window which was 3 stories high and made a run for it, but was apprehended just 45 minutes later. At his arraignment, Carpio came in wearing a mask designed to stop the offender from spitting and biting at others. With also his face being in rough shape, it stunned the courtroom. It wasn't so much Carpio with the shocking reaction, more so his family members, making accusations of police brutality.
Step off.
Not guilty! Tell him not guilty! Tell him not guilty, Steven!
It's gross police brutality. He was mentally ill, and he needed help, and we couldn't get it. We tried and tried.
But it's like, yeah, then when he was in an area of, like, I feel like where he just suffered, maybe he is suffering from some things, but and I'm like, however his face, because I'm like thinking, I'm like, fam, did he like go like face first into the concrete? Like, I'm saying, like, yeah, it might have been some stuff going on behind the scenes, because I'm all like, they don't look like if you jump from, like, 3 stories and stuff, like, what, did he slam? I'm like, it's either that, and I'm like, fam, like, I don't know, but I personally think, yeah, something definitely happened, but it's like, him shooting and killing a cop, it's like, and I'm pretty sure if the cop's friends was there, yeah, and if they got like a moment where they just got time with them and things, yeah, that's it's gonna be a situation, but yeah, that's dang, man, that's crazy.
And he didn't deserve this.
An FBI investigation concluded that the police did not use excessive force and that Carpio's injuries were sustained due to his jump from the 3rd floor of a building and struggle with law enforcement.
Every day, I face the facts of what I did and what happened.
He was sentenced to life in prison with parole.
Dang, he even had like a Wikipedia page and stuff. I was like, that's crazy. But anyways, yeah, that's wild, man. I'm telling you, it's like, it does not like pay off doing some crazy crimes and getting sent to prison. It's like, you guys gotta overall, you know, just do things the right way in life so you don't end up in situations like that. But anyways, and that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Courtroom for more videos like this. Like, subscribe to me too, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.